the last event, the winch, of course, the scene set by Owen Lewis of Wales, 27.81. That was the target he set for Ken Nowitzki, who bettered it at 27.61. Then Glenn Ross came along at 26.09. And finally, the man who'd led throughout all the competitions thus far, powered it down. Rob Frampton, 24.28, took his third win in succession. Brilliant.
Well, what's this event?
I don't know. It's actually Conan's Magic Circle.
Conan's Magic Circle?
Torture Circle.
Conan's
Torture Circle.
Now, I'm a physical guy, you know, I do my training with martial arts, but there's none of them here. But to some of these studs, I'm a mere mortal.
Absolutely.
But listen, can you hold that, please?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have to give it a try.
Are you sure?
I am.
I'll hold your jacket as well then.
So they've got to
They've got to get
lift
underneath
it
it, yeah. They've got to hold it here like this in the front.
like that. They can't do that.
Or you can squat it, the front squat or back squat. Pick it up and start walking in a circle. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Up you go. Up you go. Up you go. Oh, you moved it. Now you've got to go in one complete revolution. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. You can do this. What are you doing? I would put it down if I were you and just leave it to the big boys.
Stars.
Do you want this back? It's not very heavy.
Stars. That's,
It's really torture. It's Conan's Torture Circle.
I can see why.
Super event though, absolute super event.
This is more lower body and back, could you would say?
Absolutely, a little
I
bit of
can feel it
endurance as
now.
well. Sorts of men out from the boys.
Well, let's see what men we've got today, eh?
Absolutely, let's get them on.
Well, there it is, the Conan's Torture Circle, and it really is. There's a 30-metre circle. The yoke weighs 400 kilograms, and whoever walks the furthest wins. Now, this is difficult for several reasons, because the yoke actually wobbles around. It's not a stationary one. It's not something that's easily controlled, and you can see that it wobbles in every direction. So, therefore, not only are you restricted by the arm, but also you've got to maintain or contain the wobble factor on that. Look how it's going all over the place for Steve Cherry of Scotland. He's in real trouble with that, and that's only just over 5 metres. 5 metres and 40 is official.
Hi Steve, really emotional you looked there, really frustrated after that one. What went wrong?
Well, it was just as I went to turn with the yoke. I'm usually quite good at the yoke. It just sort of clicked into itself. I've never used some of this apparatus before, and it was quite a poor performance in the truck pull. I pulled when I should have been pushing, but you learn as you go, so.
It is very much a learning process, isn't it? And now we've got Jonathan Kelly, the Irishman. He knows what the target is, 5 metres and 40 centimetres. It's containing left to right wobble on that, and it's 400 kilograms. That's a huge weight it is. Look how tentatively he's attempting to move. Of course, once the one foot comes off the ground, then the whole body weight is on one leg, and that's very difficult. This is better, though. It's going to be the new leading distance, clearly, for Jonathan Kelly. Really hurting now. 30 metres is all the way round, so you're looking at about 7.5 metres for a quarter turn, and then, oh yeah, he's had enough, and that's over 9 metres. It's 9 metres and 70. Now then, Paul Carter. He's a big fella. He's got 9.70 to beat, and Paul Carter, the doorman, Britain's most powerful man in 2009. That was a competition that he won, and you can see why. Big strides, big steps, and that is a very, very powerful move. Well, that is definitely going to take the lead, and that is a sensational piece of lifting. He's got control, the wobble factor's gone. He's not too phased by the arm restricting the direction in which he goes. So he's won this by a mile. I can't see anyone beating this unless Frampton can come through, or Ross himself. This is going to be a very difficult one to beat, and that is close to a full circuit. And the official distance, 29 metres. Well, Dean Slater, can't have helped to watch the 29-metre performance of Paul Carter. It really can't. Now, he's got to really work on this. From Birmingham. England's strongest man in 2010, incidentally, another competition alongside the UK, which is much broader, of course. And this is tough. Oh, look at the stress on that face. It's a telltale face, that is. Come on, Dean, he's going well. He's certainly in second place already. And it's going to be, oh yes, it's gone. 14 metres gone. 14 metres 20, 14.2. Owen Lewis then, he knows that Steve Cherry, the Scotsman, is in contention for those bottom two places. Neither of them want that, but he's got 5 metres and 40 to beat, and he really does have to go for this to stay in the competition for day 2. If he can go beyond 5:40, then he'll do that. Wobbling, oh, it's gone, but I think that's further. 6 metres and 30, he's done it.
Owen, you've just kept yourself in the competition by 90 centimetres there. How do you feel?
Chuffed, yeah. It's a big surprise. I thought I was out. But,
we knew looking at it was close, but you know you've earned your place in the next round. So
yeah.
Is this the first time for you?
Yeah, it's the first time, yeah. But it wasn't so much the weight. It was twisting on me. But if I'm through, I'm happy with that.
Well, happy he is, certainly, because Ken Nowitzki, currently in 3rd place, needs to beat 29 metres. Always wobbling all over the place. He's got to contain it. He's got to contain it. 29 metres is the target. And it looks a bit iffy at the moment. Let's use that terminology. He's really struggling. Look at his shoulders, trying to keep the bar level. And that is so difficult. And what's happening is he's got to walk so that he doesn't pull away from the extended arm, because look, there's an angle on that, and that's creating his own difficulty. That's better. That's much better. He's got control at last, and it's just over 12 metres. Glenn Ross, though, 29 metres to beat. Just 2 to go. Ross in 2nd place overall, the big fella. 2nd last year, just to remind you of that, but he'd won the previous 4, if I remember correctly. But he is a champion, certainly. Looks a bit more athletic this year, I must admit. That's better. Look at the precise footsteps he's making, concentrating on where each foot goes. He's got control. It's all about controlling the balance of the apparatus, and that's much, much better. He's beyond the quarter mark, so or rather the half mark, which means he's gone beyond 15 metres, and that'll be, he doesn't need to do any more, quite frankly. He's qualified for the 2nd day, although the points do carry over. Now then, Rob Frampton, I don't think Rob needs much to do it at all here, because he's won all the previous 3 events. He just needs to start the activity to make sure that he scores, and he puts it down. Now, and that is tactical. Let's not fool ourselves. He could have gone a lot further, and I think that the result there, Paul Carter at 29 metres, is a good one. Glenn Ross in 2nd, Dean Slater in 3rd. An unusual performance from Rob Frampton, 3.6 metres, but he's clearly through to the next round. And there is the end of day 1. Group A situation. Glenn Ross then 28 points, Rob Frampton 25, Paul Carter 19, Slater 19, Nowitzki 19, Lewis 12, and Steve Cherry and Jonathan Kelly have gone.
Well, it's the end of round 1 and we've seen some fantastic performances. Alex, who's shone for you?
I have to say my favourite is the very cheeky chappy from Pompey, Portsmouth, Rob Frampton.
Who's in 2nd place?
Yes, but I do like his attitude. He's really keen to do this. And not just him, but there's some serious competition for the daddy.
There is. Well, the daddy is in 1st place. He's won the round. But unfortunately, we've had 2 eliminations as well. We've lost Jonathan Kelly and Stephen Cherry. But there's 6 guys left, going to battle it out in the next round. So join us next time.
Well, certainly Steve Cherry has gone. He's eliminated after the 1st day. So has Jonathan Kelly. They both found it very difficult. Owen Lewis, the Welshman, only just made it. He'll find it difficult from now on. Ken Nowitzki performed quite well throughout. So did Dean Slater. Paul Carter as well did well. But then Rob Frampton, 3 wins, but was last place in the final event. Glenn Ross, with 4 second places, is the leader after day 1.